Hey there, everyone. Just wanted to come on here quick, and I was kind of scrolling through Amazon today looking at multi-tools. So I thought I'd just come on and sort of show you some of the things that I was looking at. I'm not looking to buy anything right now, but kind of adding to the wish list of some multi-tools that I might want to buy in the future. So this is on Amazon.ca, so Amazon Canada, but obviously you can get these on probably the whichever Amazon.com. But for me, I'm just looking at Amazon Canada. So the first kind of tool that I was looking at is from Nextool. So Nextool makes some really great multi tools. This is one of them that I was looking at. This is kind of a smaller keychain style tool. This is called the Mini Sailor. Small little plier tool, has a knife, can opener, screwdrivers. I believe this little tool here is the sim ejection tool, pair of scissors, and a little Phillips screwdriver. And it does come in a scissors variant as well. So with the scissors as the main tool, has a knife. This one has a file, and then same screwdrivers. And then this one has a little tiny pair of pliers, which is kind of funny. Kind of, I would say, more like tweezers, but that's kind of cool. And then one thing with a lot of these tools that I'm going to show you is they do have this 2-year protection plan. So if you want to pay the extra $4, you can read this if you want. But um, if anything happens with the tool, if it breaks or anything like that, you can return it. Obviously, there's probably some criteria in here, but that is kind of cool as an additional thing to add on if you want to purchase that. So let's just go to the Nextool store page on Amazon. So this is the mini sale that I just showed you. This is another one that I was looking at. I believe this is called the mini flagship. So Nextool is this is kind of what they're known for. This kind of double pliers and scissors design, which is pretty cool, pretty unique. You get a full pair of pliers and full scissor as well. So this one is kind of a keychain style tool, probably a bit big to carry on the keychain, but definitely doable. Let's kind of go through the pictures here. Got a pretty good tool set. Um, so it's got the scissors, pliers, obviously, then a knife, can opener, Phillips screwdriver, and file and flathead as well on there. So this one's pretty cool, and it does have that protection plan as well. So let's go back to the Nextool page. So this one, I believe, is their flagship Pro. I believe is the name of this tool. Um, Part of the issue with shopping on Amazon is it doesn't really give you the name, which is kind of a bummer. Um, let's see if I can find it here. I guess this is just called their 16-in-1. Not too bad. It's $60. It has that coupon right now, which is pretty cool. So this is a more full-sized multi-tool. It does come with a replacement set of cutters, which is pretty cool. So you got the full-size blade, the saw, a little, looks like that's a Phillips driver on the end with this kind of hook, can opener, bottle opener, and flathead, which is pretty cool. So there you go. There's the tool set listed. This one's pretty cool. Full size multi tool, $60. That's pretty good. That's definitely a lot cheaper than any Leatherman or anything like that. This is one I was looking at as well. This one's only just a bit under $50 with that coupon. This one looks very similar, but it has this bit driver, which is pretty cool, and it comes with this bit set. Looks like a pretty good assortment of bits, but they're just the quarter-inch bits, I believe. So you can use any quarter-inch bits that you will have laying around. I'm sure I have lots kind of kicking around, so I'm sure you might have as well. So this one is pretty cool. This one's definitely one that I would consider getting. Also has that protection plan, which is pretty cool. All right. Now there was one on here. So Obviously, you can go by everyday carry. So they have the mini sailor. That's the one I was showing first. And then they have the next tool mini flagship. That's that other smaller keychain size one. Then in the different colors there. As far as for kind of outdoors and camping, this is the one I was looking at, the 11-in-1. And yeah, it has that magnetic bit kit, which is pretty cool. I think that's definitely a good addition, especially just that it has the 1/4 inch bits. Um, that is something that is a lot more kind of accessible for everyone. Most people have some 1/4 inch screwdriver bits laying around. Then this one is pretty cool. I've never seen a tool like this. This is a 9-in-1, definitely a bit more expensive, $108 um, for this one, but it has this um, adjustable wrench on the end. And I just thought that was really cool. I've never seen a multi-tool that I can think of that has an adjustable wrench on the end. Obviously, still has the pliers, a knife, and a saw, and a screwdriver in the end there, which is pretty cool as well. But yeah, I just thought that was really cool. On this picture, you can see what it looks like when it's closed up, so it's much easier to use that wrench. So if that's something that you use or that you need in part of your carry or your kit, um, that's definitely pretty cool to have both the pliers and the wrench. Obviously, if you need something where you need both of them, that's not the most practical, but definitely cool to have that. Bit expensive, but if that's something that you would find useful, definitely pretty cool. And that's called the Black Knight multi-tool, I guess. Then we've got, or no, this is, there we go, next tool, adjustable wrench. This one that I was showing before with the bit kit is called the Black Knight. Then they also have this. This is kind of similar to the Gerber armbar, I think it's called. So one hand accessible multi-tool. Let's take a look. So you've got the knife, scissors, screwdriver. I think this is supposed to be a file. All can opener, screwdriver. So pretty cool. Kind of similar to the armbar. $60, a bit expensive in my opinion for that, but definitely kind of a cool option as well for a smaller multi-tool. Then if we go to the Flagship Pro, obviously, it's called the Flagship, so this is kind of their most popular tool, and it does have that double plier and scissors design. And it's got a knife, a saw, and then a couple different screwdrivers. You can see there the body is made of 30 CR13 steel, which is pretty cool. Just want to see if it has a picture with the tool set. There we go. So it has this line cutter. Looks like there's a Phillips screwdriver on the end there. Yeah. Then can opener, um, and bottle opener there with the flathead as well. So again, $100, not too bad. Comes in black as well. Um, the black one is only $60, which is kind of interesting. So if that's the case, then definitely go with this one. But yeah, it also has a coupon on there as well. So that's their flagship, which is pretty cool. Definitely a unique style of multi-tool with the big sized scissors and pliers. As you can see there, they kind of have a lineup of them. But yeah, that's a pretty cool option from Next Tool. So let's take a look at some others. So I wanted to look at some tools from Roxon. You might have seen Roxon if you go on Amazon pretty much at any time. They have some really cool kind of similar style with that double scissors and pliers. This is one that I was kind of looking at. Kind of has that scissors as the um, main implement, but it also has a pretty large size knife. It has a saw, file, and screwdrivers, and an awl, and this kind of double bottle opener and can opener, which is pretty interesting. So this is pretty cool. This is the Roxxon KS2E. Kind of interesting name. Um, I guess you can also select. So this one has the just 5CR15 blade steel, but it looks like there's an option with D2 blade steel and a bit set, which is pretty interesting. And then it kind of has this interesting mechanism as well. So when it's closed, the tools sit pretty flush, like you can see there, but it has this little button on the side. So if you press that button or push that button, then the tool pop out, which you can use to open the tool one-handed. Um, so that's pretty cool. It has this full-sized kind of knife as well, with a thumb stud. If it will show. Anyways, but on the other side there's the full side knife, which is just definitely pretty cool. An option that comes in D2 as well for about $10 more, which I would say is probably worth it. It says it comes with a bit set as well. I don't see that in the pictures, but that would be pretty cool as well if that was included. So there's one from Roxxon. This also has that protection plan for $5. Definitely pretty cool though if you find that you might need that. So let's go back. There's quite a lot of tools from Roxxon. A lot of them have these kind of scissors as the main tool, and then a couple of them have the pliers as well. This one's kind of interesting, kind of a utensil tool. There's one I was wanting to look at as well. Here it is, the M4. I think this is a really cool little EDC tool. So it has nail clippers, which I think is pretty interesting. And then it has kind of a little pen blade, looks like a nail file with a screwdriver, can opener, and a pair of scissors. This just looks pretty cool. Does have a locking blade as well. And it looks like the lock is on the spine. And there is a little button to get the tools out, which is pretty interesting. Then the nail clippers can come out like that as well. Definitely pretty cool from Roxxon. This is definitely one that I'll consider picking up. Has that protection plan as well. Yeah, that's definitely kind of a unique tool from Roxxon. Let's see, what else do they have? Um, they have some other kind of larger size plier tools. This one's kind of interesting. It has that kind of hammer with, I guess that's supposed to be pliers there. Um, yeah, definitely have some really interesting tools. Um, Kind of showing us some other things from a different brand, Roxxon. I'm not sure if it's the same company or not. And then obviously also you can see you got the Byberry and that kind of thing, which is pretty popular, I would say, at this point. Kind of a Leatherman, I guess, clone, you might say. But that's the Byberry. I don't know, there's tons of these, all pretty much made by the same like manufacturer, just with a different brand. This one's pretty cool. $70. Looks like it's on a pretty good sale right now as well. Comes with a bit set, replaceable cutters, and it looks like some T-shank saws as well, which is pretty interesting. And then that pouch. Definitely a really cool option if you're just wanting a tool, but you don't want to spend, over $100 for a Leatherman. So there's a few different tools. Next, I wanted to look at Victorinox. Victorinox has so many knives, and I feel like every time I'm searching on Amazon or wherever it might be, I always find one that I haven't seen before. I don't even know how many models they have, but they have quite a lot. There's the Swiss Champ. Obviously, that has a ton of tools, pretty thick. But I know some people who do carry that. I believe Anne from Vine Climber carries this, or she has carried this as her EDC. You got the camper with the saw. This is one that I wanted to check out as well. This is the Recruit. I like this because it doesn't have the back tools, so it's pretty simple. Just has the two blades and then the can opener and bottle opener and screwdrivers. Um, just nice and simple. I find that sometimes I don't use the kind of the back smaller tools like the corkscrew or the awl. I do use the awl sometimes if I'm doing like some wood carving or something like that, or different DIY projects. But I definitely like this. It's pretty cool just because it's really nice and simple. Also has that 2 year protection plan, and this is also a bit smaller. It's in the 84 millimeter size. So let's keep taking a look here. This is the Rambler. I showed this in one of my recent videos with the kind of EDC Altoids tins. I couldn't remember the name of it, but that's the Rambler. Really great. It's almost exactly the same as the Classic, just has this Phillips screwdriver, bottle opener, and wire stripper, which is a really good tool. This little Phillips driver works quite well and is also magnetic, which is pretty cool. This is one I was also wanting to check out, especially in the 8 locks. This is the Bantam. Just nice and simple, just has the knife and this bottle opener. Um, really nice and simple tool, which is pretty cool. We have the mini champ. I've showed this in several of my videos. Great little tool. I keep this on my EDC keychain. Then we have some larger ones like this Ranger grip. These looks like they're pretty good for outdoors. Good to put in a survival kit or bushcraft kit or something like that. And here we've got the signature light. This is pretty interesting. Bit pricey. Some of these small keychain um, Swiss Army knives can be a bit expensive. So looks like this is kind of similar to the classics. Got the scissors, nail file, screwdriver, and knife. But it looks like it has a pen and a little flashlight as well, which is pretty interesting. I think to use the flashlight, you just press on the shield there. Definitely pretty cool. This is in their silver tack. I'm sure they have other colors as well, though. That's kind of a cool option as a keychain. Then we've got the kind of plier-based tools with the Swiss Tool Spear X. That's pretty cool. Definitely want one of those, but as you can see, they are a bit expensive. Let's see. The Climber. This is one of my favorites for EDC. Just has a really great tool set, in my opinion. The Pioneer X is great as well. Obviously, Victorinox makes some other kitchen knives and that kind of thing. The Electrician is a pretty cool tool as well because it has this different, um, this kind of sheep's foot or Warncliffe blade for electrician. I think this is supposed to be kind of a wire cutter as well, or wire stripper. So definitely pretty cool. Bit more unique. Probably meant for more of a specific purpose, but pretty cool. The Explorer, this is the one that's on my wish list as well. Has an inline Phillips driver, which is pretty cool. And it has this little magnifying glass, which I just think is really unique and really interesting. So that's one that I'm definitely wanting to get someday. It's on on my wish list. I was looking at this earlier as well, the Handyman. This is kind of interesting. Definitely looks like it would be a pretty thick tool, but it's got this long file, saw, scissors, and then these little pliers. You definitely couldn't do any heavy work with those pliers like you might do with a Leatherman or something like that. But I think that would be really great for smaller tasks. Um, let's see here. Then we've got these kind of Evo Grip series of tools. This one looks like it has a larger pair of slip joint pliers, which is pretty interesting. There's there's a lot of multi tools. And Victorinox makes a lot of different types of tools as well. They obviously make kitchen knives, and they have these kind of Swiss cards, Swiss Army knives. There's yeah, I couldn't even say how many models Victorinox has because um, I feel like I see a new one every time I search. Here's one kind of interesting for cigars. It has a cigar cutter if that's something that you need. This is one that I want to pick up as well, the Deluxe Tinker. I think that having this little set of pliers is pretty cool. Kind of acts as almost like a bigger pair of tweezers, which is pretty interesting. The Signature Light, this is the one we looked at before, just in a different color. I know that if you haven't checked out this channel, MBEDC, I believe it's this one, the manager, he carries the Midnight Manager, which is this tool. Let's take a look here. So similar to the Rambler, so it has the knife, screwdriver, bottle opener, scissors, and then the file, and it has a pen. But the one that MBEDC carries is the Midnight Manager, so it has that little flashlight. Definitely a really cool tool. I've seen videos on it that he's done, and he really loves it. So that's one that I definitely would like to check out as well. This is kind of interesting too. This is the Midnight Mini Champ. So just the same as the Mini Champ, but with a flashlight. Definitely a bit expensive at $100, but that is a pretty cool option as well. So that is it for multi tools. Here we go. No, that's the manager as well. Um, there's a lot of multi tools out there. Definitely have a pretty big list. This is just some of the ones that I saved. I definitely want to get this next tool mini sailor, as well as this Roxxon M4. Just some really unique and really different types of multi tools. And yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and go over some of the ones that I have found on Amazon. Honestly, it's kind of fun just checking things out on Amazon. I feel like you can always find something new that you haven't seen before. And there's a lot of multi tools out there. And I think there's a lot of really good kind of um, just different options compared to Leatherman or Gerber or SOG that are typically a bit more expensive. And like this next tool that you can get for $50, I think that's a pretty good deal. Obviously, if you don't think that you need this full set of scissors or anything like that, it might not be for you. But even that Byberry tool that I opened up earlier, there's just a lot of tools out there that you can use and buy if a Leatherman is a bit out of your price range because they're a bit expensive. Obviously, that's kind of a whole other discussion about the quality and that kind of thing. But I think if you just need a tool that you need to use every day, if it's for your job or something like that, you can't go wrong with something like this. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for kind of doing some shopping with me, checking some of these different multi-tool options out. Um, I have more coming soon. Just this is kind of just a spur of the moment video, but hopefully you enjoyed. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.